Hello, and welcome back to Cold Trail's Diary. Tonight, we journey to a land where ancient mountains whisper secrets and forgotten cities hold their breath in the twilight. We're venturing into Armenia, a country with a history as rich and deep as the valleys carved into its landscape. But beneath the stunning scenery and warm hospitality lie stories that are anything but comforting. These are stories born from shadow, passed down through generations, stories that still make the bravest souls glance over their shoulders on a dark night. So, dim the lights, get comfortable, and prepare to explore the top 5 scariest stories from Armenia. Our first story takes us to the windswept plains of eastern Anatolia, near the modern border of Turkey and Armenia, to a place that was once the magnificent capital of a kingdom, Ani, the city of 1,001 churches. Imagine a bustling metropolis, a jewel of the Armenian highlands, home to over 100,000 people. Its walls were impenetrable, its churches masterpieces of medieval architecture, their domes reaching for the heavens. But fortunes change. Earthquakes, invasions, and shifting trade routes bled Ani of its life, leaving it a spectral ruin on the vast, empty steppe. Today, Ani is a ghost city in the truest sense. Visitors and locals who dare to approach after sundown speak of an unsettling silence, a heaviness in the air that feels like a collective sigh of ages. They report hearing faint chants echoing from the skeletal remains of cathedrals, the distant clang of a blacksmith's hammer, or the laughter of children, where only rubble now sits. Some have seen ethereal figures, robed in the fashion of a bygone era, gliding through the ruined streets, forever reenacting their final days. The most chilling accounts describe apparitions of priests still holding mass in their desolate churches, their silent prayers unheard by any living ear. They say the souls of Ani's last citizens are trapped, tethered to the city they loved, destined to wander its broken avenues until the last stone turns to dust. They aren't malevolent, but their eternal, sorrowful presence is a haunting reminder that even the greatest cities can fall, leaving only ghosts behind. From the ghosts of a fallen city, we travel north into the lush, green province of Lori. Nestled within its dense forests and rolling hills lies a body of water known by a chilling name, Sevlich, or the Black Lake. On the surface, it appears serene, its dark waters reflecting the sky and surrounding trees. But local legend insists that what lies beneath is anything but peaceful. The stories say that the Black Lake has no bottom. It is a direct passage to another realm, a watery abyss from which monstrous creatures can emerge. Fishermen have long avoided casting their nets here, telling stories of an unseen force that pulls lines down with impossible strength, sometimes dragging the unfortunate fishermen with them. Swimmers who have braved its icy depths speak of a sudden, paralyzing cold that has nothing to do with the water temperature, and the terrifying feeling of something large and slick brushing against their legs in the murky darkness. The most famous legend of the Black Lake is that of the water bull. It's said that on the mistiest of mornings, a colossal bull with gleaming, wet black fur and eyes like burning coals will rise from the center of the lake. It doesn't come ashore to graze. It comes to drag livestock, and sometimes people, back into its bottomless lair. Some even say that the spirits of those drowned in the lake are forced to serve this creature for eternity. The lake's unnerving stillness is deceptive. They say it is merely holding its breath, waiting for its next victim. So if you ever find yourself by its shores, admire the view from a distance. Do not be tempted by the calm, black water. Not all spirits in Armenian folklore are bound to lakes or ancient cities. Some are much, much closer to home. In fact, one might be listening to us right now. Let's talk about the Shahapet. The Shahapet is a guardian spirit, but not the kind you might be thinking of. Often taking the form of a snake, typically non-venomous, the Shahapet is the protector of a household. Each home, especially in rural areas, was believed to have its own. Having a Shahapet was a sign of good fortune. It kept the home safe, ensured prosperity, and protected the family. You would treat it with the utmost respect, leaving out offerings of milk. To see the shahapet was a good omen, but to harm it? That was to invite disaster. The scary part of the shahapet legend lies in what happens when you disrespect it. If a family member, whether by accident or with intent, were to injure or kill the household's guardian snake, the spirit's protection would turn into a terrifying curse. The head of the household would soon fall gravely ill and waste away, their life force drained as punishment. Misfortune would plague the family. Crops would fail, livestock would perish, and an unshakable aura of despair would settle over the home. The shahapet, once a benevolent protector, becomes an instrument of slow, agonizing revenge. It's a chilling reminder to respect the unseen forces around us, because the very spirit meant to keep you safe could become your greatest nightmare, all from within the walls of your own home. From the home, we now climb to the unforgiving peaks of the Armenian highlands, the domain of a truly monstrous being, the Dev. Devs are not simple beasts. They are a race of colossal, supernatural giants with immense strength and a cunning, malicious intelligence. Their appearances vary in the telling, but they are always grotesque and terrifying, often with multiple heads, tusks like a boar, and a brutish, hulking form that dwarfs any human. Devs make their lairs in desolate mountain caves, deep within dark forests, or in the ruins of forgotten fortresses. They are the boogeymen of the mountains, figures of pure dread. Legends tell of them kidnapping villagers, especially young women, to be their slaves or brides. They hoard vast treasures stolen from travelers and raided settlements, and they guard it with a viciousness that knows no bounds. They are masters of deception, capable of casting illusions to lure the unwary to their doom. A Dev might make a cave appear as a welcoming inn, or mimic the voice of a loved one crying for help. Heroes in Armenian epics often face Devs as the ultimate test of strength and courage. But for the common person, an encounter with a Dev meant certain death. The stories served as a stark warning. Do not wander too far into the wilderness. Stay on the path. The mountains have eyes, and the Devs are always watching, always hungry. Their roars, they say, are the sound of avalanches, and their heavy footsteps are the tremors of earthquakes. They are the embodiment of nature's raw, untamable power, and a reminder that humans are very small and very fragile in the great wild world. For our final tale, we look not to the mountains or the lakes, but to the sky, and to a creature born from the battlefield. These are the Arawas, and their story is a unique blend of hope and horror. The Arawas are ancient spirits, predating Christianity in Armenia, who take the form of winged dogs. They are not pets, nor are they demons. They are something else entirely. According to the legends, the Arawas fly over battlefields in search of heroes who have fallen in combat. When they find a slain warrior they deem worthy, they descend upon the body. And here is where it gets unsettling. They are said to revive the dead hero by licking their wounds. This is not a gentle, healing act. The image is one of divine, blood-drinking dogs, consuming the blood from the wounds until the flesh knits back together and life returns to the body. Imagine the scene. A fallen soldier, lying cold on the blood-soaked ground, only to be surrounded by a pack of winged, canine-like creatures that descend from the heavens to feast on their open injuries. While their purpose is to resurrect, the method is gruesome and primal. The belief was so strong that families of slain soldiers would often pray for the Arawas to come, hoping to see their loved ones return to them. The thought of being brought back to life is a comforting one, but the price of that resurrection, to be licked clean by supernatural, blood-drinking dogs, is the stuff of nightmares. It is a story that perfectly captures the ancient world as grim acceptance that even miracles can be terrifying. From the sorrowful ghosts of Ani to the resurrecting dog spirits of the Arawas, the folklore of Armenia is a tapestry woven with threads of beauty, bravery, and bone-chilling fear. These stories are more than just campfire stories. They are the echoes of a people's history, their respect for nature, their understanding of life and death, and the warnings they passed down to survive in a world filled with wonders and terrors alike. They remind us that behind every beautiful mountain and within every quiet home, an ancient story might be waiting to be told or waiting to be relived. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the shadows of Armenia. I hope these stories have left a chill running down your spine. If you enjoyed this dive into the dark corners of folklore, please consider liking this video and subscribing to Cold Trails Diary for more stories from around the world. Until next time, stay safe and be careful what you whisper in the dark.